SNN podcast with me, Shayne and the wonderful Sam Kennedy, and we came up with this idea about an hour and a half ago, and we are going with it to record a podcast and put it out to the wonderful people of Ireland and the world. We'll be talking anything from GEA to old men and to farmers, and just in general a bit of crack to lighten up your day. We're two teenagers from Munster in Ireland, and if you'd like to follow our social medias, they will be in the descriptions below, and you can get in contact with us of course as well, and you can give us ideas of what you want to hear in the podcast. So without further ado, Sam, what do we have coming up this week?
Well, no, Shane, I'm glad you asked me that. We have a great lineup for you today. We have the Irish culture.
Lovely.
And the first one on this list now, lad, is the teenage culture.
So we have the drug dealer, teenage culture, and we have what else?
We have the cultures.
The cultures.
We have the discos.
The discos.
We have what else do we have? We have the
lads
just the
that
weird
stab their nanas.
just the lads that aren't there all, not all there, and just
That just are
still
there.
play that Yu-Gi-Oh and all that, like still play Pokemon, collect them all, do you know what I mean? So we have them. They're fairly self-explanatory. They don't really, they stick to their kind of shell, I suppose you call it.
Yeah.
And they just stick to that, and everyone kind of leaves them alone and just
Minds their own business
does
kind of
their
thing.
thing.
But I think we're going to get on to it, the drug dealers. Well, we wouldn't call them drug dealers, but like, you get what I'm saying.
No, they try to act like drug dealers. They're not actually drug.
Yeah, they think they're drug dealers, but they're really not. And I think that's a society really we grow up in now. But I don't think, like, if you ask their parents now, what do they think we've grown up? I don't think they would. They might say changes, but I don't think they'd say to an extreme that we're at now. To be honest with you, I'm sure if you.
Yeah, they probably like. I reckon if this was like 100 years ago, like people wouldn't know what to do, like, because we have no internet, we have no phones, like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't know how we'd survive, like, realistically.
And I think it's a lot of it's just hard, like, I think our generation, I say it'd be way harder to live. Like, I obviously prefer, like, with all this depression, drugs and all that's going on at the moment, it can be very hard on people, and I think it's look, social media doesn't help, but I think it
doesn't. I think social media, if anything, kind of influences it a bit.
As well, you can get in contact. Like, let's say if I'm not saying I am, but I'm saying if I was depressed at the moment and we didn't have social media, you live in Limerick, I live in Clare, how am I going to get in contact with you? We're in the middle of a pandemic, so it helps.
A letter, that's about it.
Yeah, but a letter takes 2 or 3 days. A letter isn't going to stop someone from committing suicide on the night. But I think that's a topic that we could get back to in a further podcast, of course, if you'd like to see that comment below.
Well, with the teenage culture, it is kind of prevalent though, because a lot of I'm not saying now that
everyone
people do it, but realistically, I think the people that put up, I have stars and all this shit every fucking day on their story, like.
Sorry, yeah. So, I'm crying.
Most of the time it's girls, because lads, we know that lads really don't speak about it, but most of the time girls just put it up for literally no reason. Like, yeah, okay,
we get it,
you right, but like, come on, like, you don't need to be putting it up every day. If anything, you would probably yourself.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really posting it like every single day. And I think, like, I don't like this because I've been called it in the past.
And yeah, I think like,
I don't like saying that, but it is attention seeking in my opinion. If you're posting every day about the same exact thing and not giving it a break, then like you are attention seeking in my opinion.
Yeah, I think if someone is depressed and they are getting help, and then people start coming along, call them attention seekers.
Yeah,
it doesn't help.
That really doesn't help either. And I could be in the wrong totally, but I don't feel I am, because when you're posting about it and like you're telling people all the time, then it doesn't really, like, what does that tell people? Oh, you're proud of it, like. If anything, like, oh shit, no, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. But like, not that you're proud of it, but like you.
Yeah, I get you. Like,
the only word is attention seeking, like, because that is the only word that is there for it, like.
But then, if anyone kills himself and then like they leave, like people leave letters and they say, "Oh, I didn't want to speak up because I didn't want to be called an attention seeker."
Yeah, exactly, and that's
there's
most
two sides to every story.
People just don't want to say anything because society these days and people these days, when you go into school, if you say anything to anyone, it's probably going to get spread around.
Yeah, like you can't, like something.
You can't tell anyone confidence anymore.
Like something happened to me at school one lunchtime back in November. I won't say what it was or what happened, but like someone got a video of what happened to me at the yard, and it's spread like wildfire, and it was posted on Instagram, and then people kept resending to me, and like it would make you depressed, and like.
Yeah, it really would, especially like as well with the teenage culture. You kind of have to get in the fight culture as well.
Yeah.
And they kind of fight with each other because the amount of fights in schools is unbelievable. Yeah. Like if you say something wrong,
you're dead.
Like or fucked. Like you're fucked.
The thing is, it's not one person. It's literally
and then the videos of the fights then of you getting knocked out or whatever,
and then you get suspended, and
they get spread around, and then the other person, whether they get knocked out or whether you get knocked out, whoever gets knocked out is probably, or whoever loses is going to get a lot of like they're going to get slagged or whatever. But like okay, but at least he got up and did it. Like, you know, that takes a lot of balls as well to stand in front of another man or woman or whatever
it is. Like
2020, we can't be saying, but like once you stand in front of another person and you're willing
to fight,
either get the shit knocked out of you or knock the shit out of them, and they're willing to take it, or you're willing to take it. I think that takes a lot of balls, to be fair.
Yeah, it does. It does, to be fair. It does take a lot of balls to step out in front of someone and to fight them. But I just think social media,
especially if they're 10 times the size you.
Yeah, but like,
especially.
Yeah, it's like it's just hard for people. Like secondary school is a big, like a teenager is a big.
It's a big place. It's a big fucking scary place.
It's a big transition from babies to like.
Oh, absolutely. Like you think, you're having the high life. You're in 6th class. You're the top of the school. And you're having the best time of life. And then you go into first year and you just get fucking.
Yeah. Like
you get bullied if you don't have the same shoes as someone. You get bullied if you don't have the same haircut. You get bullied if you don't have a good phone. You get bullied if you have a big bag, or if you have a different type of bag to everyone else, or if your tie is tied a certain way. Like, are you having a fucking laugh? Like, if your tie is tied a certain way, you get bullied. Like, how?
It's just not right. I think there has to be, like, it has to be stopped. But how do you stop it? Because if you stand up to it, you get called a pussy. You get called a lickers. So, like,
you can't do anything. Like, you're just stuck in that, and you have to take it. Now, to be fair, I think, like, once 3rd year, or maybe TY comes around, everyone just kind of realises, okay, this bullying is kind of stupid. And then, well, at least now, I'm talking from experience, Shane, but, like, you kind of don't know. But talking from experience, like, TY maybe, everyone just kind of, or 5th year, whichever one you're in, everyone just kind of doesn't give a shit anymore. They just don't bully. Everyone just kind of gets along, and whether you're popular, unpopular, in between, it doesn't fucking matter.
But I think
because you realise one day that's not going to be there, and that's not going to matter the fuck all. It's really not, because we're all going to end up in the same place anyway. So
it's more like so you go to a teacher about it. You're in a hole, and you get help, so you go.
You can't get out of it.
But then a teacher then knocks it back even more by talking up and saying, instead of taking action with the parents, they take action with the students. So instead of you going 2 steps forward, or you go 2 steps
you're
forward,
going fucking 50 steps back, lad.
Like, it doesn't.
You're not getting out of it, like.
It's literally a hole that you're stuck in. It's just that you can't get out.
And the teachers need to realise that, like, because the teachers are fair tick, like. They don't realise that, if I say this to this student, is this student that I just talked to gonna get more hate? like more bullying, or is it going to stop? And they need to actually think about that and get it through their thick skulls that it's actually not going to help at all.
I think if someone's getting bullied in school, it should be suspension straight away, or some sort of parents get involved, because there's no point talking to someone and saying, oh yeah, if you do it again, oh, we're going to get your parents involved. They won't do it. You're threatening things that you're not going to do. So
empty threats all the time, especially in my school, all the time, empty threats.
Yeah, it's
okay. I'm gonna throw a story out here anyway now, boys. So basically, right, I was bullied in first year. I'm not going to say any names now, but I was bullied, and I remember going to a teacher, and I told her, oh yeah, make sure if anyone does anything again, you tell me. So basically that day, right, this fella was just really annoying me, and I was fucking sick of it. So I picked him up and I stuck him against the wall, and I said, fucking bully me again, you're fucked. And then the teacher saw it on the cameras, and then when I went to her again about it, then she turned it back on me. And basically my parents went in, and let's just say they weren't very happy with the teacher. And she's still teaching, which I don't fucking know how. But anyway, that's a different story. So, yeah, I think mainly teachers are kind of naive, and they try and pull it back on victims rather than the bullies.
Yeah, they're just trying to keep the peace, but they're not good at it.
They're really not good at it, because they end up blaming the victim for it.
Yeah.
In bully.
So usually. I think we can come back to that topic next week if you want to. Do you want to move on? Because we're only.
Yeah, we can move on to the bush drinking, or the sesh before the disco, I suppose we'll call it.
In the field.
In the field, in the old soccer field or rugby field or wherever. Now, personally, we go to I know the people in my year, they go to
So what were you saying? They go to where?
I do not know what happened. As I was saying, yeah, I know that the people in my year, they just go to a field.
Yeah.
That's where they go, just a field. That's it. What about yourself? Is it just the same, or do you have any exciting places?
I don't think, because I'm obviously a few years younger than we don't really do that, because I think we're a bit pussy at the moment just to go out and get it.
And the worst thing about the discos, oh my god, is the smell.
Oh, fake tan and links, oh my god.
Fake tan, links and sweat.
Oh, it's horrible.
And the girls with the clumps of fake tan, they have clumps on their neck, they have the clumps in their knuckles, and it's just not nice, is it? And then their ankles, oh my god, the ankles are white and orange. Like looking at the Irish flag.
No, but the worst thing is
because some of them turn green.
Before this was, you come in and they smell like shit. But I really want to.
Cocoa brown. That's what they smell like. They smell of cocoa brown.
We're moving on to shifting then, but I don't care. Come on, we're moving.
Oh god. Yeah, because wait. Also, I have one now. Right? Yeah. It's the girls that think they're all fucking brilliant, and they they have a sup out of a nagging or something.
Yeah.
And they think that they are absolutely bollocks. They think that they are hanging off the walls drunk.
Yeah.
And they try to act like it as well, and it's just too much. Yeah. I know in Limerick there's a disco called Joyzer, and nice. Literally it's for first years till third years, but no third years go.
Yeah.
I think I'm not too sure. I don't really know, but so they'd be walking in. The girls would be walking in, and they'd be walking in zigzags. And they're in first year, and they're pretending to be drunk, basically.
So
that's the summary. They just walk in zigzags, saying, "Oh yeah, I think this might get me noticed, and make people think that I'm drunk and that I'm hard."
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's.
We can move on to shifting if you want, or we can.
Yeah.
Keep that going.
We can move on.
Yeah.
We can move on to shifting if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, Grant, go on. You were fairly eager to move on to it, so we'll go on to it.
Yeah, shifting. It's
can be brilliant, can be disgusting. All at one time.
This could be a whole podcast.
Oh yeah, I reckon the teenage culture will be the full podcast.
Yeah.
So
I think
the rest of them are kind of the rest of them are kind of either they've been covered or they're fairly short. So I'd say we could keep this rolling anyway.
Yeah, so
sure, we'll keep it going anyway. Go on, so.
Shifting. It's the make or break of a disco, basically. To be totally
realistically
honest with you, maybe I do say so from experience, but we don't talk about that.
No, we don't.
Can I just
keep going?
Yeah, discos. Of course, discos are just. It's either you don't want to be going to your maybe first disco on as a frigid. You want to be breaking the frigidity there, not virginity.
In the first hour.
No.
The first hour.
No. The first night.
Yeah, first hour at least.
Yeah, just first. Yeah, just get it done.
Get it done. Get it out of the way, and then you can enjoy the night. And if another one comes, then you're grand.
You take that in your stride.
You just need to take the first one and get it done.
Yeah, I think.
Just so when you go to school the next Monday, no one's ripping the piss out of you. You just have to get it done and get it over and done with. I remember. I don't even remember mine. Do you remember yours? Yeah. I don't. I didn't. I couldn't see the girl, to be honest.
Who?
So
whose? Which one?
Honestly, it was that dark. I couldn't see her.
Who's?
I'm not.
Whose shift?
I don't know.
Me or you?
Mine.
Oh,
mine.
Yours. Oh, you.
I'm saying mine.
He worked his magic to get me one. Well, like my first proper one, I had one when I was like 10 and 11, but I'm not going to name them, and I'm not naming and shaming any of them because I don't want my bloody Snapchat to be going up when this goes out on Friday night. Shut up. That's definitely getting cut.
No, you can't do that.
Right, come on. Could I just say, so, as we started this topic, sorry for the bit of audio cut. Of course, we're trying to do this and record it on Zoom. It's not the things we wanted to start off with, but of course, look, we're working on our way, just trying to get this done. So, anyway, back to the discos.
So, I think they are just complete and utter waste of time. Well, they're fun, all right, when you're there, but like, you lose your voice the next day.
Yeah, I wonder what.
Some people have a hangover.
Sam would know that from personal experience.
The music and the DJs are just way too loud. Like, I'm sorry, you could turn it down about an octave or two, and it'd be fine. But like the most recent disco I went to was October.
Yeah, you went to.
Of last year.
Yeah.
I went to Inferno in Limerick.
Was that any good or like what was it?
It is like it's a disco like.
It's like it's not there's not hype.
I remember, right? Because it was the Halloween disco, everyone was dressed up, and I didn't fucking know. Like most of my friends weren't dressed up, but there was a few that were dressed up, and so we were just in our little corner. Well, not really a corner, but we were
in your place.
We were on a bench or like a couch. There are couches inside, and all of a sudden we heard this kind of chainsaw noise or something. We thought it was something to do with the song, and out of nowhere, right, we see this clown coming in like with a chainsaw. We're like, "What are you at?" Basically, we don't know, right? In Limerick, there's a thing called a scare factory, and every year, obviously, they go to this disco and just scare the living shit out of drunk girls, basically. Like I don't know now, but I have heard that he went outside and someone went up behind him, like this clown, and someone hit him in the back of the head.
Oof.
That's what I've heard, but I am not too sure on that. So if anyone knows what happened to the clown,
please contact the podcast.
Comments below, that would be nice. Just so I go confirm it or unconfirm it. Basically.
Oh.
Has anyone seen this clown?
Yeah. The last disco I went to was Queen's Valentine's, and I think Queen's can be a very good disco if the music is good. But when the music isn't good, Queen's can be shit. And when you don't have a shift and you're going single and you're just getting over your ex and then you see her getting off with her new fella, and then they start playing Someone You Love by Lewis Capaldi, it does bring the depression levels fairly low.
Jesus, Shane, you're
not talking from
Is that
personal
from personal experience now, or is that just something you made up there now on the spot?
Definitely not personal experience, no.
I wouldn't think so, no.
No. We let out no secrets here in the podcast, and of course this is all fun and games. Please don't take anything we say seriously. We're just here to give
Please don't. If you're one of those drunk girls, maybe take it serious and maybe stop having the alcohol, alright?
Yeah. We're just here to give...
pretend to be drunk, please don't do that, because it's very annoying to the people that are trying to talk to you.
Yeah, we're just here to
and actually have a proper conversation.
We're just here to try and make you laugh.
And try not to lean up against the white top, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Still have makeup stains on my top.
we're here.
Imagine trying to explain that to your girlfriend.
Well, as you said, we're just here for a laugh and stuff. Just have a bit of crack, make a podcast. We're just two teenagers from Ireland, just giving it a go and hoping we get somewhere. Right, what's our next topic, or do you want to keep on this?
Go on, sure. We can move to the next category on the list of culture.
And that is?
Sport.
Oh, Jesus, here we go. Here we go, then. So, as Kristen Ward said,
we have 4. I'd say most people 4 or 5. We'll say 4 or 5, because I know I have a few friends that, including myself, that follow American football. So,
right.
And basketball, but I'm not too sure how that works with everyone. If you follow it, we won't really go into detail on them. We'll mainly go into rugby and the GAA, I suppose.
And yeah,
rugby, soccer, and the GAA, I suppose.
And golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Okay, grand. So, what do you want to start with? So, do you want to start with GAA? The old guy.
Yeah, we'll start with the old guy. What are we going for? Are we going hurling or football? Football really just a pussy sport. Take the kick out to the full back, to the corner back to the goalie, to the full back, to the other corner back, to the wing back, to the centre back, to the other wing back to the centre back.
It's just fairly boring. It's like
to one of the 5 sweepers, then to the second sweeper, to the third sweeper, to the midfielder, to the fourth sweeper, back to the first sweeper, then to the fifth sweeper, then it's kicked maybe a yard into the half-forward line, a bit more half-passing again, and then some lad from Kilkenny.
Maybe a goal or a point.
Maybe a goal or a point. Maybe.
If we're lucky now, if you're lucky.
It was like Man City winning back-to-back Premier League titles. Just luck, like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and so Liverpool wasn't luck, was it?
No.
Yeah, 1 to 20. Yeah, nice ratio there, lad. We won't go into that now, because that is a completely different category in the sport, and we have not come to.
If you want to hear me and Sam bitching about soccer, please comment below. Right, GAA is hard hitting. You go home, you either play or you don't.
Hard hitting, lad. I don't think I've ever seen a good tackle or shoulder in Gaelic football.
Yeah.
In hurling is a completely different story.
Hurling, it's the goalie pucks the ball 90 yards, then the wing back and the half forward go up.
No short puck outs.
No short puck outs. Drive it. The wing forward goes up, takes it. He might lose a finger or two, but he gets on with it. Then he picks up the ball, he drives it over from 60 yards. It's a repeat cycle for 70 minutes. Not like football, where it's literally football's a pussy sport, basically. That comes with every sport that you have really going around the world.
And if you're not pussy, if someone puts you down on the ground, you'll get back up, you'll take off your helmet, and you'll say, "Fucking fight me without your helmet, you bitch." Basically. I'm just guessing now, lad. It's not from personal experience at all now.
Yeah, no, it's like you don't...
Well, I played a bit. When I was like...
Oh yeah, I play hurling, so you take the hits, and then...
You get up and hit the man harder. 10 yards down the field.
You take the hits. You take them. Full stop. You absolute take the hits.
A man, as they say. Take it like a man. Oh, camogie.
Camogie.
Let's set out that developer. Go on.
Look.
We're going to get so much in that.
Yeah, can I just say something? Girls, you're complaining, you're saying you want fair this, fair that. But then you come to sport, in Gaelic football you don't pick up the ball properly. You're allowed hand passing into the goal. So if you want fair rules, or if you want fair play, you'll have to do fair play. like, to be fair, like, if you want to, like,
we're gonna get so much hate for this.
they can come at me, but I'm just right, like, I am right. So, is there anything else you'd like to add about?
No, I've nothing else to add to the GA. Oh yeah, Limerick are the best hurling team out there, just saying.
Shortly followed by Claire.
Yeah, okay. But, so what do you want to do next? Do you want to do soccer or rugby? I reckon we leave rugby for the last one.
Yeah, we'll leave rugby for last, because that's your sport. So,
Soccer. Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus, here we go, Dick. As Christy Moore says, if we're not at it anymore,
Okay.
we're digging a hole.
The amount of celebration for one title win is an absolute joke.
Yeah, I know, yeah, we did.
Lads.
We did go at it a bit hard now.
One title win, lad. Calm it down.
As Pat Short said, I don't
Come
go at
back
it.
to me when you've won 20. Come back when you've won 20.
As Pat Short said.
And then we can talk. Then we can have a fair chat.
Fair enough, as Pat
But until
Short.
you've won 20, we can't have a chat.
Yeah. As Pat Short
Alright?
says, I don't go at it much, but when I do go at it fair hard. So, like, you know.
I do go at it fair hard.
But, like, soccer is just... It's an absolute bitch sport, literally. Like, no offence if you're a soccer fan.
Yeah, it's a bitch of sport. Imagine getting paid 500k just to dive on the floor. Alright. That's a week too. That's not even... that's not a month now. That's a week.
That's not even a year.
So, you get up on a Wednesday, I'd say. Because they don't train every day of the week.
No, they don't.
They do not train every day of the week. I'd say you get up on a Monday, you have a day off after the match on either Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you also have a day off on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Then Wednesday you hit the training, maybe do a light pitch session, as they call it.
Yeah.
Then maybe a small bit of fitness.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
Then on Friday you do a bit of a ball session. Then Saturday now back for the match.
So,
and they get paid 500k to flop all over the floor. So, and the less said about that now, the better.
I think we'll move on to the hardy sport, rugby. I think
rugby, best sport in the world.
Rugby.
Not even going to the cap.
Rugby is.
So.
You go hard, you go home, basically.
You know, you either go hard or you go home.
Yeah.
There's no in between about it. So. The way now rugby works, it's completely different than any other sport. You have to go hard. Like, if you don't give 110%, there's no reason of going out to the pitch.
Yeah, rugby you have to be able to...
That's speaking from personal experience. Like, I never gave 110%. I'd always find a way out of training.
Sounds like that.
Always. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I would never get picked for a team. I would always try to wheel my way out of training.
Yeah.
So,
rugby.
I'll tell you how it works if you want.
Go on.
I suppose, do you want me to tell you how it works?
Give us a small summary.
For the uneducated people who have never seen a rugby match in their lives, which is fairly sad if you think about it.
This has gone on for longer than we expected. We're kind of running out of time, but we can go for a bit, just a bit more. Go on.
Fuck them. We'll go until 10:15.
10:15, you mad? Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that much camera left on record, but okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, we'll move on, so will we?
We will. We'll just finish off the sport, and then that's nearly half an hour done anyway. So what were you saying about rugby?
Sport is finished.
What are we going on to? Give us our... Do you want to go to golf?
We'll go on to the... the golf is shite. It's a posh sport. Will you go away, lad?
Do you have any... do you have any highlight of the week? Anything that has made your week?
Highlight of the week? Probably the end of lockdown. I think that's made everyone's week, to be fair.
Yeah.
just being able to go out and fucking
go outside,
see people now is great.
Yeah.
To civilization, I suppose.
Same with me, really. So I think.
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, and being able to get the haircut now again is fairly. That's a fairly positive thing.
Yeah. So I think we're going to leave it from.
Shout out Billy's Barbers, best barbers in Limerick.
I think we're going to leave it there. So don't forget to follow the Snapchat, of course. Sam's is S Kennedy 567, and his Instagram is Sam Kennedy 959, and of course my Instagram is Shayne _Mulrooney _ and my Snapchat is s.mulrooney06. Of course, if you're listening to us on Soundcloud, don't forget to give us a follow, or if you're watching or listening to us on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, and of course all the links will be in the description to our Instagram, everything else. We want to set up a Patreon, so maybe you can support us, and we'll have extra clips up there where you can get in contact with us. But from me, Shayne Mulrooney, and from, of course, if Sam wants to say a few words before we end this podcast, the first ever episode, I hope you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't top quality like the two Johnnies, but look, we're getting there. Sam, anything to add?
No, just help us out, please. We're trying to make it. So, if you wouldn't mind, obviously subscribing,
following
all our social.
Oh, get in touch with us in the comments actually, and add us and start texting.
Yeah, tell us what you want to see. Just message us or tell us what you want to see.
Yeah.
Because we will respond and we will talk about it in the next episode.
And if you have any stories or anything to get into, and anything you want, like topics that you want us to discuss, we're willing to make the podcast longer. This is just our first episode. We just wanted to make something, just maybe to get a bit of a base down. But,
and because it's 9 o'clock at night, so that is why we don't want to go longer, because we both have lives. So,
are we putting it out Friday, or do you want to put it out Thursday?
What?
So they'll be listening to this what day? Thursday, Friday? Maybe? Friday?
Friday we will probably... this one will come out on a Saturday, maybe?
Saturday, sure. Today's only Wednesday, sure. Maybe Thursday?
Oh, shit. I thought it was Friday. Yeah, this will be out Friday. Maybe Thursday. We'll see how it goes.
Right.
Thursday,
okay.
Sure, yeah.
From me, Shayne Mulrooney. And of course the wonderful...
And from me, Sam Kennedy.
Thank you for listening to S and A podcast episode 1. Go on, God bless. Mind yourself. Stay safe.
God bless.
Hello,